Hi, this is Fayaz Farouk with Rowpoint Training and Coaching. The topic I want to talk to you about today is crisis management for leaders. With so many mass shootings happening all over the United States, the bombings that just happened in Europe, and all of this chaos with the Syria situation, and people getting lost, and just so much turmoil. I wanted to take a brief moment and talk to you about, as a leader, how do you handle crisis? And should you even deal with crisis when it arrives, and how to actually really deal with it? I've met leaders around the world, and this is a topic that I seem to run into constantly, over and over and over, where most leadership, they don't have the tools or the framework to actually tackle the challenges. Now, living in the United States, we're very blessed. Even with governments, they're constantly prepared for emergency disasters. Now, whether you agree or not, they're executed properly, that's another topic. But what I want to give you as a small, medium, or large business owner is how should you prepare, and what framework you should use for crisis, what I call crisis management. Okay? So the first thing you need to do is get mindful. Understand. I was very fortunate in grad school at Drucker School of Management that I was able to go through 36 weeks of learning how to be mindful. A wonderful professor by the name of Jeremy Hunter, who is just a wonderful human being, who taught me so much about being present, about being mindful, and really being an effective leader. And this has transpired to my coaching business and training business in itself. And the hope is to be able to help others by helping these people enhance as leaders. So to get mindful, what you need to do is every single day, especially during crisis time, slow it down. Everything's bouncing around. Everything's going this way. Slow it down. Sit down alone with yourself for 5 to 10 to 15 minutes, even in the midst of chaos, and get mindful. Close your eyes. Get grounded, and just don't think, and just allow yourself to process what is happening. And you don't have to come up with solutions. By the way, my theory on finding solutions is asking the right question. It is more important that you ask the right question than it is to come up with a solution, at least in the very beginning stages of any kind of crisis management. Because the right question will lead you to the end and to solve that issue or challenge most effectively. Okay? So get mindful. That is the first thing I recommend. Second thing, I have here a framework from one of our consultants and a dear friend of mine, Loretta McCrae, who used to be the chief of the federal probation system here in the United States. She's now retired, doing consulting on crisis management all over the world. And here's what she said. When extreme crisis management happens, she recommends every leader to do the following. Number 1, take a deep breath. Focus on who you are and the message you want to convey. So take a deep breath and focus on who you are and the message you want to convey. Number 2, hear your own voice. Cut off all biases, the news that feeds you more fear, hate, and uncertainty. This does not represent the totality of the information. So hear your own voice and see in real time what is actually happening. This is where mindful practice comes in. Okay? Number 3, remind yourself that the world is not ending. The sky is not falling. It's not Judgment Day. Jesus is not here. And it's not Armageddon. This too shall pass. Remind yourself that this too shall pass. Number 4, don't add fuel to the fire. If things are already chaotic and bad, the last thing you want to do as a leader is just go, and just keep adding more fuel. Remember, you're a leader. People are looking to you towards direction and vision, and the way you respond is the way everyone else is going to respond. I'm not even going to talk about the current president of the United States in 2017 and how he has been adding fuel to our growing racial challenge that we have here in the United States. And then lastly, reach out to others in a way that demonstrates love, caring, and not fear. So in a crisis situation, reach out to people in a way that communicates love, caring, and not fear. So instill hope in them. Instill that you have their support. Instill, compassion and empathy and not fear. Don't buy into the fear. So this is what she recommends. I recommend that as well. She's, like I said, she's a crisis management expert, an amazing human being. It's someone that I consult with or get coached by on any kind of crisis that happens with clients of mine. If you have any more questions on how to handle crisis and want to become a really effective leader as in crisis management, please don't hesitate to comment in this video or reach out to us. We'd love to help.